The Red Sox just effed up. Xander Bogaerts was the guy in Boston. He was that dude in Boston. He was him. He came up in 2013, making the World Series roster. 2014 came around, he struggled at the plate, but then came 2015. In 2015, Xander hit over 300 for the first time in his career, and then started to hit for more power in 2016. It was pretty much 2016 when Xander Bogaerts fully embraced what kind of hitter he was, and by 2018, he became one of the best offensive shortstops. His defense was always questionable and at times kind of bad, but the offense certainly made up for it, along with the fact that the glove got better as the years went on. In late 2019, Chaim Bloom was hired by the Red Sox to be their new head front office man, and nothing has been the same since. Thankfully for Red Sox fans, before Chaim was aboard, Dave Dombrowski had given Xander a 6-year deal worth $132 million in early 2019 before the season. So thanks to Dave Dombrowski, who of course ended up getting fired, Red Sox fans were able to watch Xander Bogaerts play for their team for 4 more years. So back to Chaim Bloom. Bloom was hired.
First off, I just want to say, I've been getting a lot of Padres fans my comment section from the previous video, and I've been feeling the love from Padre Nation so far. A lot of people saying that I'm welcome to join their fan base. A lot of people saying that they understand my hurt. And then I got some Red Sox fans that are DMing me on Instagram saying they totally understand why I have to get out of here for a little while, that I'll always be welcome back when the ownership sells the team or gets their act together. Just want to say thank you guys for all the love so far that I've been getting. It's been a hard 2 days. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very hard 2 days. And it's because of this idiot on the screen. Not the guy in the gray tuxedo. The dude in the black tuxedo with the goofy ass tie over there. With a is that like a teal freaking blue shirt? What are you wearing? Almost looks like the color of the shirt that the robot from the Jetsons are wearing. But I love Padre Nation already. I already love the fan base already from all the comments that I've been getting on there. I already love the Padre fans. I already love them. Because I've been getting the love from Padre Nation already, I am going to try and do some Padre videos. Again, I'm on the East Coast. I'm nowhere near the West Coast whatsoever. So I can't get any game footage for you guys. I do apologize for that. If the Padres go visit Boston next year here, I will be getting all 3 games for you guys, or whatever, however many. If it's a 4-game series, I'll go to all 4 for you guys. Whatever it is, I will get it for you guys. I've been speaking to somebody off camera who I shared these memories of Bogaerts with, and that is my mom. Her and I would love to come visit Petco Park. I don't know when. I think the Sox play San Diego in May. Maybe I could work it as a graduation gift. I have no idea. And if I do make that happen, I'm going to record it. And I will not be rooting for the Boston Red Sox either. I will be rooting for the San Diego Padres. As I mentioned in the last video, for the time being, I am no longer a Red Sox fan. I just can't get behind what they're doing and how they're treating their players. I just can't. And this is the issue. I've been scrolling through social media. I've been going through social media. There are people doing the exact thing I am. Passionate Red Sox fans who are leaving their fan base. There are many fans that are leaving the Red Sox fan base because of the same reasons that I've been saying. But then there are those fans who are sticking behind their team no matter what. Telling Red Sox fans, don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'll personally fly you to San Diego myself. Telling those fans that are leaving the fan base that they were never a true Red Sox fan. That is the problem. That is why this ownership does not care. Because they're going to get fans like that at the end of the day who are passionate about the Red Sox, who will stand behind them no matter what. That's the issue. They know they're going to still be able to fill the ballpark with those fans. That is the issue. That is the problem. And until they grasp their head around that they have to care about their team, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Red Sox fans are leaving their fan base right now. We are leaving the Red Sox fan base, right? To get a point across to this owner staff. To say, hey, if you don't care about your team or the fans, we're not going to stand behind you. What? We're not going to come to your stadium for games. We're not going to come cheer you on at Fenway. That is the issue. If they said flat out that they were going in a rebuilding process, that's different. But they constantly lie. They try to tell us we're dumb and we don't know what we're talking about. They're saying Bogaerts is their #1 priority, but they don't act like it. They were never committed to the player. They were never committed to Bogaerts. So now they're going to say, we felt like we made competitive offers. We felt like we did our part to try to make them our plan A. They're going to say that. And people are going to buy it. They're saying they want a winning level team on every single level of the league. Minors, majors, AAA, AA, single A, and the majors. They want a winning culture throughout the organization. That's what they are saying. But they're not acting on it. They don't act like it. That is why we're leaving our fan base. It's not because we don't dislike the Red Sox. It's not because we were never a fan of the Red Sox. It's not because we were a fan of the Red Sox only when they were good. It's because we're done with the bullshit. That's what it is. So, just a little clarity on why people are leaving this fan base. And jumping ship to San Diego. Even the Dodgers, with bets. This is why this is happening. It's not because we're bandwagons. It's because we're trying to send a message to this front office staff.
And soon after, traded Mookie Betts to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mookie Betts, one of the best players in baseball.
You could defend this move, technically. You could technically defend this move. Could they have traded Price alone? Sure. But if there was nobody who was willing to take him, and somebody else lower than him, what was the point? But as bad as this move was, I've been against this move. Betts never straight up said that he wanted to stay here. He was always talking about how he wanted to test free agency, so on and so forth. So trading him because of those reasons, you could understand that. But they screwed him up also. They tried to screw him too. Taking him to arbitration court. Lowballing him in arbitration talks. Every single year. I think they only agreed to a contract in arbitration once. His entire career in Boston, I think they only agreed to arbitration one time. Once. And again, just like Bogaerts, given stupid, dumb contract negotiations that were an easy hell no. They did it with Betts. They did it with John Lester. They didn't want to keep Benny for some reason, so they traded him for a bag of peanuts. They did Christian Vasquez absolutely terribly wrong. Not even telling him that he was traded, letting him go on the field to hit batting practice, and their own players seeing that, how he was treated before he left here last year, scratching their head saying, why did they do that? And now Xander Bogaerts. So, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 players in the last 3 years that they've screwed over.
5-tool player, and someone who just won an MVP in 2018, helping lead the Sox to a championship. The team decided not to pay that man, and he is now a Dodger for the rest of his career. I don't fully blame Heimblum for trading Mookie.
No.
In fact, he probably doesn't deserve any blame at all.
No.
It's the Red Sox ownership.
Yes.
John Henry and the Red Sox ownership are the ones who decided to fire Dombrowski and not pay Mookie.
Right.
Someone they very well could have paid. It's not like the Red Sox and the Fenway Sports Group, the group that owned the team, aren't worth anything.
Right.
They're worth a ton. They lowballed Mookie while he was on the team,
Right.
offering him $300 million. Now, to the casual fan or person, you immediately resort to saying that he's greedy, he's overpaid, he should have just taken that money and be happy. But that's not what this is about.
Right.
It's about fair market value.
Right.
Mookie Betts saw what other players were making, players that were not as good, just as good as he was,
Right.
and felt that, according to the market, he should be given more.
Right.
And you know who agreed with that? The Dodgers, a team
Yep.
that extended Mookie before he even played a game for them.
Right.
They gave him $365 million over the course of 12 years. So
Yes.
about a $30 million annual salary. The bottom line is that the Red Sox had a future Hall of Famer on their team. Perhaps the most talented player in Red Sox history on their team, and they botched the chance to keep him in their uniform for life.
Yep.
And it just happened again. At least pretty similar of a situation.
Yep.
Xander Bogaerts has been one of the more recognizable and dynamic players on the Boston Red Sox for years now.
Yep.
He's reliable, is always on the field, is a great teammate, no off-the-field drama, has won a championship. He's pretty much everything you'd want in a player on your team. Especially after Mookie left, Xander really became the captain of this Red Sox team.
Yep.
The more he aged, the more of a veteran he became. He was the man, the X-Man. But as 2022 arrived, Xander had virtually one more year left in Boston before becoming a free agent, considering he had an opt-out after the season. He, of course, used that opt-out and is now a San Diego Padre. So what the hell happened? Well, before the season during spring training in 2022, the Red Sox lowballed the hell out of Xander Bogaerts, offering him a 4-year deal worth $90 million. And according to John Heyman, a very own friend of Bogaerts called the offer a slap in the face.
You think?
That's a pretty insulting offer to Xander.
Yes.
And we're clearly a sign of things to come. No negotiations took place during the season, as Xander didn't want any distractions, with the two sides failing to come up with an agreement between the time the season ended and before he could opt out of his contract, leading him to the free agent market where a good number of teams awaited him. Teams like the Phillies, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Twins, Dodgers, and more. According to Alex Spear of the Boston Globe, the Red Sox final offer to Xander Bogaerts was a 6-year deal worth $160 million.
Not good.
That's about $26 to $27 million a year, but for way less years than what San Diego offered in 11 years. The Red Sox apparently weren't even close to what other teams were offering, either. There were several teams willing to go $200 million plus. Meanwhile, the Red Sox were really far away from all those other teams.
Right.
What this means is that other teams valued Xander Bogaerts, a homegrown Red Sox star, more than the Red Sox valued him.
Right.
Pretty wild when you think about it that
Yes.
way. As far as how the Red Sox feel about this, they know they screwed up, or at least Chaim Bloom knows he screwed up, or at least Chaim Bloom is acting like he feels bad that he screwed up. After the Bogaerts signing went down, Bloom told Red Sox beat writer Julian McWilliams to give him a minute. A minute went by, so did another. Bloom repeated the line, "Give me a minute," and stared into the distance all alone. Ouch. The San Diego Padres broke this man. MLB reporter Buster Only made a great point after the signing, saying that the overall situation of Bogaerts leaving doesn't make much sense.
No.
As an example, they actually spent more money to sign Masataka Yoshida, giving him $105.
Think about that real quick. And this dude hasn't even played a major league game. Think about this for a second. How do you pay this guy, but you don't pay the dude who's been with your organization for 10 years and had the production that he had and made the difference in the clubhouse that he did? How?
$5 million, an outfielder from Japan who's never had a big league at bat and is about the same age as Bogaerts, after they offered Bogaerts, an all-star and proven major league shortstop, $90 million in the spring. That's really weird. Like, why don't the Red Sox seem to value their own homegrown players? At the end of the day, the Red Sox had two superstars on their team and botched the chance to bring them both back. The Mookie one hurt, no doubt, but now Xander is gone, someone who also should have been in Boston for life. That hurts too, and Chaim Bloom has a lot on his plate to sort out, because time could be running out for him as far as his job goes. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. And
I think the Red Sox suck. I think they blow. I think their ownership should sell this team. I think everything. I think everything bad about the Red Sox right now. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. I'm out of here. And once again, let's go Padres.